Hi, everybody. I know it's going to take a second for everybody to get back on here. I'm going to reintroduce today's topic. I just finished a workout on Instagram Live with my buddy Alec to Austin, and I was answering fitness questions. So this is fitness Q&A live with me, Colt. This is my channel with my wife, Part of Love. Her name is Angelina, but the channel is called Part of Love. We talk about all things love, and a huge part of love for me is my physical awareness and the things that I discover about my mind and my mental being, my mental state through my physical state. So I was answering a question for Val. Val, if you can throw that for anybody who's new to this stream, since the other one we just got kicked off. Oh, Val, that's so sweet. She said, we're experiencing a really bad time for the whole world, a really hard time. Who knows when it will come out? The problem is whether we'll be able to bear all of this. But with you making us laugh, everything passes, which is very, very, very sweet. I love that I can make you smile in any way. I love that I can be of any help. And that was one of the big things about starting this channel was we are obsessed with love. And that doesn't just mean with being in love or with happy romantic movies. We wanted to talk about all the things that go into love and life and making life better. So I'm so happy you feel that way. Courtney Kennedy, how come the previous one stopped streaming? Apparently, because I was shirtless, somebody wrote to the community guidelines on YouTube and said that it should be cut off, I guess, because it said something came up that somebody wrote in that I should not be allowed to stream shirtless. So I apologize. Also, T Vaughn is over here. If you guys like Part of Love or you want to support me, T Vaughn over here has Colt Prattis Cruz on Instagram and is so amazing, so sweet, a fan page. So if you guys have any questions about fitness or just any general questions right now, if there's no questions about fitness, I'm just going to hang out and answer whatever comes up. No big deal. And if nothing comes up, no pressure. We'll just hang out on YouTube Live like Shia LaBeouf. Elaine smiles. Do you believe in the mind-body connection, healthy mind, healthy body? And then Shai, I'm going to get to you right after that. All right, Elaine, I do believe in the mind-body connection. I don't know if it's necessarily healthy body, healthy mind. A lot of people, because healthy is this thing that I think gets kind of thrown around and misconstrued sometimes. Like being healthy is, there's being fit and then there's being healthy. So there's a lot of people that are super fit that aren't super healthy. And I was one of those people for a long time. And that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about all of this, is that I was super fit for a long time. I competed in a lot of different fitness competitions and those things. And I wasn't being healthy about it. I was overworking my body. I was under eating. I mean, there were so many issues. But yeah, when you are healthy and taking care of your body to the best ability you can, then yes, then I think that your mind is going to be healthier. It definitely makes everything better. And if that didn't answer your question, feel free to ask another. Shai, how do you stay motivated to work out? You know what? I don't always. And I think that's something people need to hear from somebody that is very fit and I've competed, like I said, across the board. I did CrossFit up to a regional level. I'm a professional dancer. I've danced on tour with Pink. I've danced on Broadway. I competed in fitness competitions and was in magazines. And no, I hate working out sometimes. Even today, I do these live fitness Fridays, like Flex Fridays. I do these with my friends who are super fit because it pushes me to do a workout on a day when I really don't want to. Like, oh my God, no, I don't want to work out a lot of the time. But I do it because I know that if I never learned anything from being super comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? Or I never learned a ton from being super comfortable. I've always learned far more from just, I'm going to move this in a little bit. It's on the table. I've always learned more from being uncomfortable and figuring out how to get through that, because, life throws some curveballs at us, and me just being comfortable all the time isn't ever going to help me when, pardon my French, the shit hits the fan. Like, you need to be able to step out of the way of the fan, not just be like, well, I'm pretty comfortable here. Oh God, what's happening? Like there just needs to be something else there. So yeah, I don't always stay motivated, but I look to others and I look inward and just realize that no matter what, my motivation is that the more I take care of myself, the longer I'm going to be around to be a good husband, to be a good friend, to be a good person. And I have, a wife and a family, and it's my responsibility to take care of myself for as long as I can, because I promised to be here. Like, that's part of love. All right, no drinks today. All right, Val, I actually do have a drink, so I have to drink my protein drink, but I don't drink protein anymore. I'm a vegetarian. We both are. We're vegetarians, and I haven't eaten meat in 3 years. More than, it doesn't matter. Either way, I don't drink milk. I'm not fully vegan because occasionally, I'm not gonna lie, you've seen me on Instagram. I'm obsessed with frozen custard. Like, I'm obsessed with frozen custard. It's the best thing ever. It's like popcorn, Cheez-Its, frozen custard, and like cocktails. And I'm happy forever. And whatever Ange cooks, obviously, because she's insane. But either way, so I have my little protein drink is made from this stuff, which is Ripple. It's dairy free, and it's like 8 grams of plant-based protein. And so I have that, and I have with some fruit and some BCAAs, because the one thing about a lot of people talk about with the vegetarian or the vegan diet, like, you don't get all your amino acids or a full amino acid profile, but if you supplement amino acids, then you're fine. So I am having a cocktail, or nope, not a cocktail. I'm having a drink. It's just a protein shake. And I use this plant-based Amazing Grace protein powder. And Ange made this for me while I was working out because she's amazing. All right. Vaughn, okay, Elaine, Shy, blah, blah, blah. Elaine, thanks, Colt. Stay safe. Thanks, Elaine. Thanks for being here. Courtney Kennedy, will you be doing any more workout videos so that people can do them along with you? Yes. Okay, so Courtney, and to anybody watching, I am working out from now on as often as I can. But right now, what else do we have to do? Every Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time. So at 12 o'clock East Coast time, 9 o'clock West Coast time. And I'm not sure where you are, Courtney. So whether it's in the UK or I know we've got followers in Brazil and Sweden and Norway and the Philippines. Like, so wherever you are, New York time at noon, I'm working out live on Instagram at Colt Prattis. And I may even add in at Colt and Ange as well, so that we can be on both. We'll see what happens. Yeah, every Friday at noon, we're going to do a live workout. We're going to have new guests, and eventually, who knows? I mean, maybe we'll do it on here as well. It's going to be great. Madison D, when working out, say for a month, how many rest days should I give myself within that month? Oh, bye, T. We'll talk to you later. Okay, Madison, the thing about days off. So even when I start, like I just said, I just started running a little while ago. And the thing about running is I hadn't done it until about a month ago, hadn't done it in forever, right? So I ran one day. I didn't go extremely long. I went like a couple of miles, and I stopped when I needed to. And I listened to my body. Excuse me, I burped. I listened to my body, and then I took a rest for a couple of days, because had I gotten up and just like pushed through and pushed through and pushed through, eventually your tendons and your ligaments, like, they don't grow nearly as quickly or strengthen nearly as quickly as your muscles do. So a lot of times you'll get little strains and little pains in there, even though your muscles are getting stronger. So if you just started working out, you got to listen to your body and figure out when you feel like you can work out more. Like this week, I ran 5 days. Like, I ran all 5 days this week. I'm going to take a break tomorrow, and then I'll run a big run on Sunday. But then I probably won't run Monday, or I'll do like a very slow like run or walk. So it's kind of just figuring out what active recovery is for your body. A lot of people say, 1 day a week of rest, definitely, maybe even 2 days. When you're just starting out, you may only do 3 workouts a week, and that's totally okay. And eventually, when you feel like it, you can move back up. All right, Val, do you do these exercises every day? Italy loves you. You are nice. Grazie. Grazie, Val. I do not do these exact moves every day. but I do something every single day because I have been working out for a long time. I love it. And again, going back to kind of the mental stability and the mental blowing off of steam, as it were, the mental solitude it gives me in a way, and then fortitude that it gives me after that. I work out almost every day. I take a day off every once in a while when I just want to hang out with the girls, or if we're going on like a big hike or a big trip. Like, I'm not gonna obsess over it, but I do the work so that I can eat my wife's food and her Italian cooking, and like, I do what I have to do so I can enjoy my life. And then also I learn a bunch of other stuff. Of course, Madison, do I follow a diet to have this physique or just exercises? Okay, so first off, thank you. That's very sweet. I've been working out since I was 11, like long before I ever started dancing, I was working out. And I've just been doing it so long that it is kind of a part of me. I wasn't always in as good of shape as I'm in now. I'm not currently in as good of shape as I was, when I was competing, and it just depends on what that is. But when I was competing, my diet was way more strict. I definitely was like, that was back when I was eating meat. So I was like, I'm going to have a steak and I'm going to have a salad with no dressing. And I'm going to have my cup of, like I was a lot more tight about it. That said, I didn't really like my life all that much overall. And I was super unhealthy in a lot of other ways. And so right now I don't follow much of a diet. I only eat once a day anyway. And that now it's like a thing, like, doing fasted cardio and, intermittent fasting. Oh my God. It's so good. It's like a strawberry milkshake. It is a strawberry milkshake, technically. So yeah, my diet now is I just don't eat too much, but I kind of eat what I want. I hang out with my wife and, we just party. It's the best, especially right now. Like, this is not a time for me. I don't find this to be a time where I'm like, no, I definitely need to like be ripped and in the best shape of my life so I can do bicep curls. Like, I'm chilling. I'm learning about running because it's a skill I don't have. And it's something that I want to be better at because I like the time alone. I like the time, the repetition of everything. So I'm just challenging myself in a new way. But no, I'm not really following a diet right now. Okay. Val, Madison T. One last thing from me. My DMs are always open for anyone if they have any questions for me. Absolutely. Follow Colt Prattis Cruz on Instagram. And if you have any questions for him, you can ask him. It's totally cool. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm going to keep hanging out. So if anybody thinks of anything, feel free. If not, then we're just going to hang out right here and cool down our bodies. When wanting to do, Courtney Kennedy, when wanting to do weights, and if someone doesn't have any weights, what do you suggest? By the way, my dad runs, if that helps. Courtney, ask your dad for me. That way next time, you'll have answers. I'm going to ask you questions about running. Ask him what he does on extra long runs when his body feels heavy. Will you ask him that for me? Because I'm going through that right now and I don't know a whole lot of runners. So, ask your dad for that. And the next time that we do one of these talks, come back and I'm going to ask you that question because I'd love to have his perspective if he likes to run. When wanting to do weights and if someone doesn't have any weights, what do you suggest? That whole workout that I just did on Instagram on my page at Colt Prattis, that whole workout had no weights. That was all body weight. And I am sweating and I burned something like 700 calories doing that. It was like 50 minutes long. And that's crazy. That's crazy. And there were no weights involved. So, Fran, how was the workout session you just did on Instagram? Fran, it was absolutely terrible and also awesome. I'm not going to lie. Like my buddy Alec we were on the Aladdin tour together that Angelina and I were on. And he is awesome and extremely talented and extremely kind, but also he is really knowledgeable. He's a personal trainer. He loves fitness, and he's very strong. So he pushes me to be better. So it was really hard, but I'm kind of like hyped up from it. I'm like, yeah, I could do that again. I don't want to, but in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. I like that. Does Angelina also do these exercises? Are they suitable for women? Val, they absolutely are suitable for anybody across the board. You do not have to worry about man, woman, any of that stuff. She does not do them. I used to. She used to. And if you look up online, you can find pictures. Like we used to compete. And she won 3 world championships for fitness modeling. So she's worked out quite a lot. That said, she didn't want to anymore. She just doesn't want to work out. She started doing push-ups again, and she'll just like, we'll be talking and she'll just like, and start doing push-ups on the ground. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. I'll just wait here. 1,000 push-ups. Cool. So I'm sorry, I have something in my mouth. So no, she doesn't work out anymore, but she did for a long time. Also, Angelina, if you don't know, and we talk about, fitness across the board, we're both professional dancers. We met in West Side Story, which is what our last video was on. So if you haven't seen that video, it's how we met. It's the very beginnings of everything in our relationship. And we met on West Side Story, or on Broadway in West Side Story. And yeah, it was the best thing ever. But Angelina is a phenomenal dancer, and a lot of you don't know that. But she was at the Boston Ballet because she grew up in Boston, and she started training at the Boston Ballet at like 3 or 4, and was in their like school program, and then joined the company at 15, 13. Like she was so young. Like when she was professional, I know it was at least 15, but I'm just saying, like, she's been a professional since I was like in high school. So she's fitter in a lot of ways than I will ever be. Also, if you check out our Tuesday video, I think it was this Tuesday, it's our stretching video, and it's just about our morning routine and what we do to stay healthy and kind of take care of our bodies every day. And if you watch that, like, she's crazy flexible. So we can work out all that we want, all of us. We can all work out and work out and work out. But the truth is, you've got to stretch. My brother Cody he's so strong, like so strong. At my strongest, I was not as strong as him. We worked out together once, and he wasn't even like in his peak condition. And he was squatting like 500 pounds and deadlifting like 600 pounds. And I was just blown away, but couldn't touch his toes. And we would talk about that. He would always ask me, like, buddy, how can I get a little more flexible? And so Cody, if you're watching this, I owe you a stretch routine. You can do the one that is up on our Tuesday video. But as strong as he was, he finds that he has these pains all through his body because he's so tight. So we got to make sure that as much as we're working out, we're also stretching. Now back to the question about girls working out. Girls work out, guys work out. Do what you want. You're not going to get bulky. You're not going to get any of those things. And one of the big things, a lot of people will ask me, whether girls or guys, they'll be like, hey, I don't want to get too bulky. How do I stay lean? I'm like, you realize you do not just wake up bulky. Like, I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and be like, yeah, bro. Oh no, what happened to me? Like, I'm going to be like this, and then I'll be a little fitter and a little fitter and a little fitter. And then you'll start seeing where you want to take the shape of your body. But you don't just wake up bulky, so don't ever worry about that.
I used to lift more than most men.
And used to lift way more than most men, like way more. And it was really funny to watch them in the gym because she's still so little. Like, she's just a beautiful little thing. Can you come over here? She's going to come sit for a second.
Hi, guys. Just for a second. Ooh, this couch is nice and moist.
It's moist. It's a moist couch. All right. How many tattoos do you have? Can you post some pics of your tattoos on Instagram? The ones on your legs look awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stand up and show you some of them right now.
I know. I don't want to get kicked off again, but.
So I have quite a few tattoos. I'll do a video about my tattoos cool. Because that is a part of love for me. Like that is an expression of love for me. So yeah, I'll do a whole video about it, but I've got 20 something. Elaine, are you a vegetarian? How do you get the right amount of proteins in? Do you just drink protein shakes? I'm not sure what protein sources are available for vegetarians. There are not many in the UK. I'm going to let Ange answer this because she knows way better than me about all the details of this stuff. She's like a doctor.
No, I'm really crazy.
Be right back.
Colt kind of talked to you guys about this kind of was our passion for a while. And I still obviously care about fitness, but I'm not like so into it like I used to be, but I am very into food and nutrition and things like that. And so Elaine, I think Colt showed you earlier in the video, but this is a protein that I'm actually obsessed with now. It's by this company called Amazing Grass. Look it up. I don't know if Amazing you can. Grass? So cute. So Amazing Grass, actually, I've been purchasing their products for years now because they have a green powder that is amazing. And so I would put it in his smoothies because I'm all about like taking care of this baby. But they also just came out with this protein that has grass in it as well as a pea-based protein. So again, I know it has 15 grams of protein, and then I add a little bit of this pea-based protein milk into it, and it's very low calorie. It's absolutely delicious. We're all about taste. So like this tastes like vanilla candy, whereas like even when we were still taking whey protein, there's that like disgusting aftertaste. This is absolutely amazing. So see if you can get this in the UK. And it is a complete protein. Like, I mean, there's always that issue, and you can speak better about this. But
well, I can't tell you exactly which parts of the amino acid profile aren't, fully. It depends on your diet. Like we eat a very rich diet across the board of different plants. And also thanks to stuff like Beyond Meat, like the truth is Beyond Meat changed the game. And I don't know if you have it in the UK yet, but I know that there's like the Beyond Meat, there's the Impossible Burger, and then there's Beyond Meat. And so like some are at Burger King, some are at Hardee's and Carl's Jr. I don't know what is and isn't there yet. But like that's what changed the game. So we were always like, we ate a ton of meat because she came up Italian. I'm from the South. Like we just always had meat on our plate. And that was a thing that when we stopped eating meat, we were like, oh, so a lot of our protein comes from protein shakes, just general, we know how to eat. So whether it's nuts or, pastas or whatever.
Yeah, there's protein in your veggies, like, and it seems like there wouldn't be as much as there actually is, but like in your normal servings of carbs, there's a lot of protein too. So
nice. Hold on a second. So Courtney Kennedy, I know she's so awesome. We want you in front of the camera, Fran. Exactly.
Exactly. So sweet, Courtney.
Courtney Kennedy, I asked my dad your question. He said on extra long runs, he takes fitness gels, science and sport, and every 5 miles or so, he said he takes one gel. All right, I'm gonna have to try that. I've never tried any of those because let's be honest, an extra long run for me is like an hour. An hour of running seems like a very long time to me still. So
I don't know how you even do an hour. Like even when I was working out, you guys, I despise sweating. I know this sounds very weird because like I am a professional dancer. I was a professional ballerina. Like I was a fitness competitor. So I at all costs avoid cardio. And so I would rather lift heavy weights for like hours than run. And when I see you run these like 5-10 Ks now, I'm exhausted watching it.
Yeah, a 10K is, I think the furthest I've run so far is 7 and like almost 7.5 miles. So like your dad would probably laugh at me. I've never done like a long run. I'd feel bad eating gels every mile because I run very slowly and I run not very far. No, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like I'd feel bad if I went out and like I had the full kit and I was like eating the gels and they were like, how far have you been? I'd be like, a mile. And I'm eating my gels. I'll try it though. Thank him very much. Val, 34 years old, a little tummy, and I eat everything. Oh, hey, you have to find what works for you.
Absolutely.
So, I've had pictures up on my Instagram before of journeys that we've taken. Like there have been times where I have been super against or when I've been injured and I get super out of shape. And then I get super into shape, or sometimes you just like, if you feel good and you feel beautiful, that's all that matters. Yeah.
I mean, Val, I
gotta
don't.
go get Maya's having a bad dream.
He's gonna come back, but like Val, I don't work out like that anymore. Like it was a part of my heart for a long time to like be ripped and like compete, and I just loved it. But then something shifted, and artistically, I wanted different things with my body, and so now I'm, so much more yoga and dance based, and again, like back into my roots. So like it's whatever you want, and honestly, like. I'm Italian. Like I want to eat everything. I want to have our dinner every night together. So like, it's where, you got to go with where you are and embrace that. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is Maya, our baby. If you haven't met her yet, she
was having a bad dream. So I had to go get her.
Oh my gosh. Should I scroll up and see if there were any others?
Yeah, I don't think I missed anything. I'm so thankful.
You've been so great.
I think you guys. So thank you guys so much for being here right now. Like, this is the coolest. I'm so happy to have you. You know what? There's been like 7 to 10 people here this whole time. And I just want to say to all of you that are here, thank you so much for being here, because as this grows and as this channel grows, we just want you to know that this matters. This is a part of love right here. I'm so sweaty, and she loves when I come back from the gym, she'll just like lick all of my sweat off.
I actually don't want to think of what she's ingesting right now by doing this.
Elaine, you're so sweet.
Oh, Elaine. Elaine said, I don't know if
this is a great part of love.
Later.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So Elaine says, you both are so dynamic together. How do you keep that going even when you have a bad day? That's such a good question. And I think the thing is, like, it's just gratitude, right? Like, I'm so freaking grateful to be married to this guy, my best friend, the love of my life. I'm so grateful for my girls. I'm so grateful that we have a roof over our head and food on the table. It's like times like this that you reflect and you feel so full just with like the basics,
And also, honestly, on a more like, because obviously I agree with all of those things, but on a more literal level, that was what some of our first videos were. We're like, how do you keep the magic? How do you keep it sexy? How do you keep feeling close to each other across, all of this? And the thing is, you're going to get to know each other a lot. But if you take some alone time from each other, you have more experiences to bring back. And that's one of the things that we found. So whether it's these runs, whether it's we run errands separately, and we want to hang out all the time with each other. And that's a problem almost sometimes, because this is my best friend in the whole world. And I love you so much, and I love spending time with you. And sometimes I'll force myself to be like, I love you. I got to go out for a little bit. And obviously I can't right now, but I'll be like, I got to go sit in the bathroom by myself and read a book for the next 2 hours, or go watch a movie that we do not watch together, because I want to be able to come back and be like, oh my God, this happened in this movie and it made me think about this. And then you can talk. But that honestly has been, I think, our biggest key to being, to staying strong and to staying interested in each other. We're both growing. We're always growing and trying to become better people, for each other. So I think that's how.
I love that. Do you guys do fasted cardio? Fran.
Okay. So this is the thing. Fasted cardio is now a thing, and just like what do you call intermittent fasting is now what they call that. Growing up, I tend to only eat one meal a day, for a lot of different reasons that I'll get into in a later video. But now it's a thing. Like, now it's intermittent fasting. I do fasted cardio just because I don't do fasted cardio. I just don't really eat until after my workout. Like, I'll have this protein shake and I won't eat anything else until dinner. And I may go for a run after this. The only reason that happens though is not because I'm doing fasted cardio. It's just because I don't like to feel full when I work out. Like, that feeling of having like a full belly and then working out feels so gross to me. Like, I don't like that at all. So yeah, that's just me personally. It's not about that stuff.
I think we always kind of were like that though.
Yeah.
Growing up, I mean, for me, like I was late to the fitness game, but I obviously was a professional dancer my whole life. And like before class, which is like somewhere midday through the rest of the night, I can't dance with a full belly because that food is in there shaking. So you kind of figure out what you need to
and you're
sustain.
trying to pull in and like hold your core and do these things. And like, how are you supposed to do that if you're all full? And I mean, some people stand by it. And that's funny because like Alec, who I just got done working out with on Instagram, he will not work out unless he has a Snickers bar or oatmeal or like something in his system. And he's literally like, working out with him when he hasn't eaten is literally like a Snickers commercial. Like you want to give him one and be like, hey, you're not you. Have a Snickers. And then he eats it and he's like, strong. But if not, he's like, I'm so weak. It's really, really funny. Courtney, thank you so much. I'm learning so much from you about these sports bars. I got to try these, and they're suitable for vegetarians and vegans. Thank you so much. Nice. All right, y'all. This has been amazing. Thank you so much for being here. We will be back next week, Friday at noon. The workout happens on Instagram live on my page at Colt Prattis and also at colt.and.ang. I'm sure you guys follow us, but if you're watching this later, not live with us right now, check us out over there and we'll make sure you're subscribed here. Yeah. No,
at 1 o'clock next week. This is new. Sorry. And I may not be, I honed in on this one.
No, we're going to do it together. It's all going to happen.
Yeah. So bring all the fitness questions for next week, next Friday.
Fitness, dance. And that doesn't mean just working out, like dance, stretching,
yoga,
mental, yoga, all of that stuff.
It's so connected, this mind body thing. So I love that we're getting to talk about it.
Yeah. Anything about your body that you want to ask us, unless it's like, doctor stuff. That's all good.
Doctors.
We're not quite doctors. All right. Thanks everybody for being here, especially for coming back after the other live stream ended. Thank you.